Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready! Set, go!
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Niners at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on it.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Set, hut! Smash, red, fury, yellow. Hut!
Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Young to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
After the made field goal, here's Slye to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. first down. They'll start out with Wright. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. You look at this Niner defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Second and 6. This is caught up by McMillan. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run on first down with Wright. 20, 5, touchdown, Carolina. Jalen Wright, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spend more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Young working out of the gun. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot of playoff football.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first and 10, it's Brooks. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Harrison will go in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Back to throw again. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Black shot.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Let's go now. Ram 33, yellow. Black ultra. Drill green. Set hut.
To throw, Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. 3rd and 5.
Black. Let's go. Green jack. Edo blue. Red cycle. Fury. Yep. Set.
Now here's Young. He's got him in, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
36-yard line.
Down. Hut, hut.
Henry up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Adetomiwa Adebawore there for the defense.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
45, White. Ready?
Now Young. Now he's going to step up and run. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Come on. Ready.
Young to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
19 Tiger.
Up the middle with Brooks here. Shoves him aside. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Brooks, 46 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
49ers 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
22. Blue striker. Hut.
Here's Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Ready.
Now Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the foot. Ball here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A give up the middle to right. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Straight ahead with Brooks. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On to punt is Camarda as he sends this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 15.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. A short throw to Musgrave. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, ready.
Willis. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And give him 10 that time, as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Back to throw, Willis. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
In punt formation.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go now.
Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
Danny Gray in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-17.
49ers 17.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And taken down just shy of the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jody Sly set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 8. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Ready, ready.
Play action. Willis. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and
McCaffrey off the option. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Harrison will go in motion left. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Willis looking to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Willis will look to throw it. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 44. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Eric Stokes. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting it in jeopardy right now.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Willis. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. 7.
Now Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Watson has it right side. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. Sly able to put this one through. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes Brooks. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Finding room in midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On the ground, here's Brooks. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 49ers, 38-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Panthers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? Viking 18. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Willis looking to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That's complete left side to Gray. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw, here's Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Ready, break.
At the 28-yard line.
Get up. Bronco 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight.
Here's Willis. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Okay, ready? Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Willis, gotta have this one. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll drop the throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a 1st down, but it's a big play to boot.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll run with Brooks. Broken tackle. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Well, now they'll try the end around.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
The Panthers, 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy